Hello everyone, this is Victor from TradePro Academy, and today we've got a special video for you. But before we start, hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and tell me in the comments what do you guys want to see in our next videos. In today's video, we're actually going to be talking with one of our TradePro members, Jerome, who's had good success recently, and we wanted to ask him a few questions and get his background on how you could effectively start getting to that point of consistency in your trading career. So without further ado, let's get this rolling. Thanks for jumping on the call here with me. Like recently, I know you've had good success in your trading during these coronavirus times, during these quarantine times. And I just wanted to get to or let people know you a little better and ask you some questions here.
Okay.
So like, obviously first question, first little intro bit. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself, like any background you've had, any background in trading, kind of what career path you may come from, etc.?
Yeah, so my background is I'm from the IT world. So I probably started trading back in like early 2000, trading options. But I was, just wasn't really successful. So I kind of stopped. I probably blew up my account pretty badly. So I just stopped for like I don't know, good 16 years, I think, because
Wow.
then at the same time, I had kids at that time, so trading really wasn't a plan for me at that time. I started getting back into it probably around 2018, I think. Yeah, around 2018. Maybe it's mostly try to trade VIX and did some option. Then sometime in like last year, early last year, I saw future and
Mhm.
kind of got interested, and so I started doing trading futures.
So
And
that's interesting. You haven't
yeah,
been trading futures for that long, actually.
no, no, no. I mean, I probably did. Yeah, probably no more than I don't think even actually a little more than a year. I would say 13 months or so.
Nice. Um, did you were mentioning before, more in a private conversation, that you had some prior education experience. You mind telling us a little more about that? You don't have to mention any names, obviously, stuff like that, but just like tell us a little more about what you did prior to TradePro.
Yeah, prior to TradePro, I basically look what saw what's on YouTube. I mean, I decided like, oh, this guy live, trade live with Oscar seemed interesting, and I saw you guys too. But then, of course, I picked the wrong choice as always. I decided to go with this guy live at Oscar, and it wasn't really educational. He was more like a signal. So you really didn't learn anything unless you sign up for his trading course.
Hmm.
And to me, I didn't want to do that at that time. But I wasn't really successful with him either. So and yeah, so I decided to move on from there, and then gave Trade Pro a try sometime like in, I don't know, I think maybe April or May, around there. And yeah, I mean the stuff that you guys were offering was so much better than you know rely on someone give you a signal. So so I found that more useful than what I learned from that guy.
Nice. So it's been about a year of trading, and I just wanted to ask you about the journey at TradePro, like how it may have helped you throughout your journey, or where there might have been some rough patches. Obviously, not everything you have may be good, but like whether it's good or needs improvement, if you could tell us a little more about how we've maybe shaped your path to consistency. And obviously, you don't have to tell us what kind of numbers are being made each day, but a little more about the consistency. I feel like people might want to hear about that in terms of like profit. So like again, doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm making this much money every day, blah blah blah, this and that. It's just like the journey, how Trade Pro helped, and like maybe
Yeah,
consistent.
in the beginning, I watch all the videos, and then I started, follow the plan that you guys have recommended. Then I thought I did pretty well in the first. After I went through all the video and stuff, I thought I did quite well. I was probably doing like almost like I say June, July. I think I made almost like 10K per month for those
Nice.
2 months. And then I went on vacation. I came back and something happened, and I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong after that. So yeah, I would say like for the next 3 or 4 months, I was a downward spiral for a little bit, and then I took the group coaching course that in February. I think that was really the game changer for me. Even though I was kind of like not successful at first because I was kind of like afraid of making mistakes. So I was very hesitant. But then once I did like a couple more weeks of sim, everything started clicking on me again because I wasn't doing like making stupid mistakes anymore. I was trading with a plan. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. So it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, then from March on, I think quite well.
Nice. Yeah, you've grown a lot. I think that was like a main thing that you took a step back and kind of tried what we were teaching a little more in the sim environment before you actually trusted it and like put your own twist to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I think that's really important. Like we what we like to do is just try and expose all of the things that we know. And I know you've taken it and applied some of your stuff to it, which I think is a really good idea for all the new traders out there. Um, that happens though. I like that you mentioned that you found some consistency at the beginning and then like you came back and you didn't really know what happened. That's kind of what happens when you take some time off. Like I'm not saying to everyone, but especially if you're a little newer, it really shocks the confidence, and what you did taking the step back, I think, is what regained that. A lot of people try and fight through it, but don't really understand what they're missing. So
yeah.
I know you went on sim for like a few weeks, if that, and kind of just regained some of the knowledge. And like the journals that you sent me and stuff were really good. They started to make sense. So it's good that you like took that initiative because I know a lot of people like, especially since you said you were making 10K a month before, to go from that to like kind of uneasy kind of kills people.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's tough to like, go back to sim. You're like, oh, I gotta keep doing this. But then you know what? It is a good idea just to step back. Like, you might have like a good run, but sometime or a bad run, and it's just good just to step back and see what you kind of doing wrong. I mean, just reanalyze your plan. Maybe I was doing something wrong, but obviously I was. Once I stuck to the plan that you guys kind of have recommended, that really made a big change in my trading.
Nice. Like you said, that's really interesting. Like I know a lot of people like it's they kind of see it as a huge setback going back to sim practicing, but like realistically, when you're trading, like everything happens so fast from like gains and exponential gains once you find that consistency and like pattern. So don't be afraid to like take the step back,
Right.
right? Like two
Right.
weeks of sim could equal to like $20,000 a month in like 3 months, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's not a race. It's a journey. So yeah, I mean, you can't try and make everything in one day. It's just what you gotta take what they give you.
Yeah, amazing, man. Thanks. Also, I wanted to ask you, what do you think the number one thing is that Trade Pro taught you, and any advice for new traders looking to join Trade Pro, or just in general?
In general, I think the group coaching course is really great. I think anyone that try to do on your own, it is tough. I think what you guys offer in the group coaching It's great. I mean, just because you guys do a lot of stuff like just the classes, not just the classes, but
Hmm.
having someone to actually analyze what you're doing wrong,
Yeah,
it's a big game changer. Because I mean, I could put all the data I want in a spreadsheet, in a note, my journal, but who's looking at that?
yeah,
Nobody. I'm the only one that looking at it. But
yeah.
having you and Dave look at it, making recommendations, tell me why I shouldn't take that trade or what I'm doing wrong. It's a game changer for me.
So it's the accountability aspect and accountability partner that is
Yeah,
the number
exactly.
one thing. So that's great that you mentioned that because at TradePro we have this like pretty broad community. Even if you're not in like a coaching program or a mentoring program like Discord, trying to find an accountability partner in there. I know
Yeah,
some people have because exactly what Jerome said. You can do all the journaling you want and like reviewing, but if there's maybe not like a second opinion, you might continuously make the same mistakes, right? So there's like two aspects to the journaling. Would you say that the number one thing that Trade Pro taught you is more of the psychology aspect?
yes, yes. Um, as I was talking to you back like a month ago, I was struggling and I really didn't know what I was kind of doing wrong, just, hesitation, stuff like that. And just having you, be my kind of mentor with my psychology aspect of my trading. So that kind of helped me reshape what I was doing that wrong. And just having someone to say, you got to trust what you're reading, as long as you trust your analysis, and, you go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks. That's the main thing because like I know you have a really good analysis and you always did, and like it's just like it's interesting to see that people don't take the trades that they analyze and like everything that they've done is right and it's good and it becomes a high probability trade. They just like kind of freeze. And I think like people having confidence in themselves is like the number one thing because like what we do is teach all the technical stuff. Like anyone can learn that stuff. It's just all right, become like have the psychology to manage the trade, click the trade, and go from there. And I think
Right.
like
Right.
you were able to shift that pretty quickly. I know some people have like a tougher time with that. So yeah, great work on that.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is like you're not gonna win every trade. And I think one of the things that also got to me was when I was on a bad losing streak was I was actually afraid to lose the trade because like, oh, if I lose even a tick, I'm like, oh, it's always like, oh, something's going against me. The market's going against me. They have it out for me.
yeah,
But once you just you gotta get in the mindset. Like if you can win 50% of your trade with the correct brackets, risk reward. Even though you lose the trade, but if you win the next two trade, you're still up.
yeah, exactly. That's a really good point. Like in terms of like risk management, like accepting the risks. That's like I think that's a huge trader's edge. Like if you're willing to accept the risk and understand that the opportunity outweighs the risk, even like you said, if it's 50, 55, 60% profitability, as long as you manage that trade, you will be making money. And that's just the fact out of it. It's just understanding that psychological shift between opportunity and risk. Um,
Right.
other than that, do you have anything to say for anyone that may be looking to actually join TradePro?
Oh, let me think. Well, I think the community. I know just having someone to trade with it's amazing. It's great that you guys actually have a live trading room.
Hmm.
But the thing is, you guys are not really giving anyone a level, right? Or say, this is a level you should get in. I mean,
Yeah,
you might say, this looks like a good level, but you never say like, oh, everyone should jump in at this level. Is you still as a trader, you still kind of have to analyze what you're doing. It's actually let this level works for you. It might not. You might have a different reading compared to what George have or you or Mark have, right?
yeah,
And the community is great. Discord, just having like some of the guys that's been on there for a while. There's some great traders on there.
Yeah, nice man. Thanks. There are a lot of great traders in the room, and like Jerome said, like it's not really much of a signal service. It's more of just identifying market sentiment, market structure, and looking for next best trade opportunities. Like we lay out different areas and different trade opportunities and see if we can get any confirmations there rather than telling where people to get in. And that plus the community, I think, just builds the confidence. You know what they say. We rather teach people how to fish than give the fish. But yeah,
Right?
thanks a lot, Jerome, for jumping on this call.
Yeah, no problem.
Letting us know a little more about you and your recent success. And everyone in the community is really proud of that and likes to see you succeed. So yeah, again, thank you for that. And we'll look for more star traders at TradePro to jump on some calls with us.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
All right, thank you everyone. I hope you really enjoyed that video. And remember, down below we've got a order flow course free just for you. So check that out. Again, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell to notify you when we do go live, and smash that like button. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys want to see, and I hope to see you guys next time.